go think I don't want enough. She keep looking at me like she feeling me. Girl, the way you be moving, the stuff you be doing, you tripping out and it's killing me. Man, that's what I got, you be tripping. I can't even do it, my girl. I'm Tiffany. Damn, and she tryna cut me off. No, she cannot do it, no, she cannot scissor me. Mark your spot, that boy get don't send him the car, he finna get blessed on. I get the pay, I'm talking about Benjamin Franklin, not talking about the one that you sketch on. He play dumb, get his on. He a crib, but he loving on red bone. Now I'm hard to reach, I'm bout my cheese, I'm moving around with 2 phones. Move around like an island boy, but it ain't for the head, cause I keep me a vest on. Get down like the Backstreet Boys, cause it make you dance, but you better get your groove on. And I'm not talking about, but it too strong. Talking, then we get it started, pull up in the U-Haul, you get your move on. And they know they ain't seeing us, you put all of your pen in that double cup. Wanna step at yourself, are you good enough? Wanna step at yourself, are you hood enough? If I hear them kids, know you pulling up. And now you laid out, they no getting up. I'm with your girl in the bedroom, and it sound like shit. I draw that little boy, ain't no getting up. Shorty, your horsey, I told her they my young city, yo. The granny, I had to tell her pick it. You in a feed, now anything under 18, just like man, this from the club, she like 5'3", I think it ain't Lydia. You know we unstoppable, man, it's impossible to stop us, we for sure on the road. Stay to myself, stay off the medium, chillin', ain't gon' play with the trolls. Going 100 in the I-8, I pray to God we don't lose control. Know I'm on a paper chase, my leader whip on cruise control.
Well, the weather outside couldn't be better. They've opened the roof and the retractable windows on the sides, and it's time for football at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
60 Maverick.
They'll go again with Gibson. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated.
Let's go now.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
19 Lions. Check it.
There, Richardson back to throw it. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a halt at the end of that one. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Well, he gave one defender the slip, but others waiting in the wings and dropping him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll look to throw here. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 39. They'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jamison Williams, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Richardson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's Williams on the catch. Touchdown! Jamison Williams with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. You talk about this Miami defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Richardson now on second down. That one, oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dayo Odengbo just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. He'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Back to throw. This is caught by Williams. And running with power here. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs. H-8 is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Sanders on for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but...
And now off to the races down the right side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 21-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Come on. Shit. Ready?
Now Richardson, he's going to keep it running right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
Here we go. 19 Tiger.
A handoff running left is Gibson. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a carry for Algier headed right. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Colts get a bit closer. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So that if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fielded at the 43. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Now it's Richardson. A short throw pulled in by Woods.
Only able to gain a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Room to maneuver at the 35.
Room here to run.
Missed.
He will not go down. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 39 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll set up a throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it.
Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox.
Big strides, look at him go.
Touchdown, Colts! Mo Alley-Cox, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And a lot's changed in a short amount of time. You had the safety. That led to a touchdown. So their commanding lead not so commanding anymore as they begin anew with a 1st and 10.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
A-chain here. They stay on the ground.
A very tough run, but for a pretty short gain out near the 32. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run for it with A-chain.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on first and second down, because that leaves them third and short, third and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Throw caught by A-Chain.
Touchdown, Dolphins!
Devon A-Chain.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2.
They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Ready, set.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for them so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
Richardson on second and 10. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Touchdown! Evan Ingram, as the first half is winding down.
And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
On the ready.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Downs going in motion left. Here's Richardson to throw.
The Dolphins get there this time and they bring him down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On third down, they're going to go with the option. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. They'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Taking it about the 36. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they'll begin by running the option. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
Richardson will keep it once again. There he goes, right side. Now he's loose again. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Colts are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. A short throw to Ingram, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jamison Williams, 76 yards. And the Dolphins are able to stretch out their lead. Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A give up the middle to Gibson. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Antonio Gibson with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got the first down and more. Look at the big fella go. Inside the 10. Touchdown. Elijah Higgins. 70 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. He'll drop to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. The third time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 2-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the third.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, and we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game planned for. Felt good about being aggressive and going for it. And right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
4 yards the pickup, first down. On the option left, Richardson. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And Richardson back to throw it. This taken in by Downs. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line.
18, pioneer.
From the shotgun, Richardson. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Back to the ground with Gibson. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On third down, here's Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 30.
Dragon 60.
Now Richardson. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter.
Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Richardson, he's going to keep it running right. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Flushed out right. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Ready.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
Richardson looking to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
2nd and 10, back to the air with Richardson. The quick slant caught. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Richardson will throw for it. Eluding the pressure right. He's got it at the 2. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here's A-Chain to begin the drive. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Mustang 19. 79 Bronco.
They'll look to throw here. Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
He's airing it out for Williams. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Colts are right back in this football game.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Richardson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah that time able to drop him for a loss. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
19 tight, 19 tight. Check. Hurry.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready up.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Waddle, the motion man right. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On play action, they'll throw. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 37 yards. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. And the Dolphins will again line up and go for 2. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally...
And now a fumble. The ball's out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching it.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And it's caught. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Meanwhile, Richardson's throw caught by Pierce. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Miami, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.